lovely people. How are you today? Well, you read from the title, we are going to play, it's not like a tag. I don't know what you would call it, but it's like the assume video. I'm not sure. I didn't think of this myself. I first initially seen this with a YouTuber named Angelica Nyqvist. And I don't know if you know who she is, but if you don't, I will link that video down below. I just really love her. She is from Sweden, and I think she is absolutely beautiful. And she does a lot of makeup reviews. I do not know who initially started it, so if anybody knows, please comment down below so I can put them in my description box as well and give right to, not right, you know. Anyway, link them down below. We see how this is starting already. So, like I said, in my community tab, I'd asked everybody for some questions, and there were 106. So, you guys know I don't edit my videos. So, I don't know if I could do all 106, but I'll do as many as I can that I know it's not too long. But before we begin, please like this video. It really does help me out. And subscribe if you haven't already. My goal is to get to 25,000. And once I get to 25,000, I am going to have a humongous giveaway, which if you watch somewhere in this video, I'm going to sneak in a little giveaway. So make sure you watch this video in full so you know what to do for the giveaway. All right, so let's begin. Before I do, I want to tell you what is on my eyes, because I do get asked a lot and I always forget to put it down. So I have the new Huda Beauty in, what is this, Emerald Obsessions. This is what it looks like. It's $27. It comes with a mirror, and it is the green palette. And that's what I have on my eyes today. Oh, shoot. Almost dropped it. And I have on my lips this Ofra lipstick in the shade Veronica, right there. And then over top of that, I have an e.l.f. lipstick called Nude Kiss. And then on top of that, because I don't like really matte formulas, I just have a Buxom lip gloss. A lot of times when you guys ask me what's on my lips, it's like, oh, I don't know, because I don't just wear one. I always put like a few on. All right. But there were a few people that have been asking me for a while. So there's two things that I want to tell you guys. And it's kind of funny. So when I first made my YouTube video, because there was a lot of questions that people would ask me, you know, like, what is the most embarrassing thing that happened on YouTube since you started your channel? And I want to tell you guys, I think this is so, I mean, it's not funny, but it kind of is. So if you're new to my channel, I will tell you that I'm starting to stutter because I'm getting nervous. All right. So I did not know anything about YouTube. I mean, I knew how to watch videos, of course, but I didn't know anything. Like, I never, years ago when they would have like chat rooms and MySpace, I never was on it. I didn't really own a computer or anything like that because I didn't really know the internet too much. And so for me, I just watched TV, cable. And I remember my husband used to say, if you had a choice between having Wi-Fi, like internet or cable for the rest of your life, what would you pick? And I was like, cable. He was like, but you can watch shows on the internet. But I didn't know too much about it. So I didn't even really know too much about YouTube at that time. So having said that, when I started my channel, for the first few months, my son at the time was 12. He's 14 now. He helped me out. What I would do is during the day when he was at school, I would make my videos and I would wait till he got home from school. He would get home around 3:30 and he would upload my videos for me because I didn't even know how to upload my video. That's how bad. That's why I never knew how to edit. Until this day, I still don't edit. So having said that, when I started my channel and I was getting, I don't even think I had 50 subscribers. If I did, I know it was under 100 subscribers. And I loved that communication. I had suffered from depression, and it was like that connection I have with you guys that truly pulled me out of my depression. And so when I would leave comments, I loved answering back, and I really liked emojis. Well, also when I started, I had like an older phone. So it was like the small screen, and I couldn't really see it too well. I don't talk to a lot of people outside, as far as like I have a lot of friends outside of YouTube, because my kids were in sports and my son plays baseball and he's on the traveling team. So I really didn't have time to talk to people like text and all that kind of stuff. So when I would comment back to you guys, I really like doing the emojis. But I would see like, and I have an Android. So, but I would see when other people would comment, they would leave these emojis that I didn't have. So I says to my daughter was 16 at the time, I said, how do you download like different emojis and stuff? So she downloaded some emojis for me. So I'm like, yes. So when people would comment, I would comment back and say, oh, thank you so much. And I was doing the emoji like wave face, or I would say like, hi, you know, or the kissy face that I always do now. And so here I go with this again when I do my videos. So anywho, I was wondering, like, people would get mad and I was losing subscribers, because I don't care who you are, when you first start your channel, or even if you had your channel for a while, if you have like under 2,000 subscribers or 1,500 or 1,000, you notice when 10 people or 5 people, even when one person unsubscribes from you, because you're constantly checking your subscribers. I did it for a long time, and I know a lot of people do it as well. And so I kept losing subscribers, and I was like, and I hear people like, they would say little things smart back. I'm like, what is the problem? Until somebody emailed me and was like, you know, I don't appreciate that emoji you left me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I like made my screen a little bigger, and I wasn't waving to people. I was giving them the middle finger. So I would say, oh, thank you so much, and then give them the middle finger. And I never knew. So I have this bigger screen that I can see. But how embarrassing is that? And I wish I knew who those people were, so I can like go to them and be like, I didn't mean it, you know. But yeah, here I'm giving people the middle finger. And I thought I was waving at them. So needless to say, I undownloaded, or however you say, took off that app and just had my regular phone things. And so I got my new phone, which has the updated emojis and stuff. But that was the most embarrassing thing, I think, that in my YouTube career I've been on YouTube. This coming February will be 2 years. Okay, now a lot of people want to know about, because when I say on my live stream sometimes about my mailman, and a lot of people want to know what's up with the mailman, or like, why do you get packages sent to your mother's house, you know, before she had the fire. And I'll tell you real quick for you know, new subscribers that don't know. So the city that I live in New Jersey, is still very racist, okay? And my mailman is a black man. And so one day he knocked on the door, because I always told them, like, knock on my door first before you leave a package down, you know, on the porch or something. And so he knocks on the door, and I had a face mask on, one of them charcoal face masks, not the sheet mask, the regular mask. And, you know, I'm talking to him, a very outgoing, talkative person. And, you know, he's looking at me, and he, you know, he doesn't really say anything. And I'm like, oh, maybe something's wrong with him today. And then I happen to look in the mirror, and I had a black face mask on. So I thought, I wonder if he thinks I'm being smart, like painting a black face on, you know. I don't know. You know, but I thought, oh, maybe that's just me. Maybe he's having a bad day. So another time he knocks on my door, and I was in the middle of getting ready because I was going to do a video. And I'm a very sloppy person when I do my makeup. Like when I put powder on and everything, it goes all over my shirt, everything. I've always been a messy person when I put my makeup on. So I never wear like my black shirts or any good shirts until my makeup is finished. But then somehow I still managed to get powder on my black shirt. But anywho, so I remember like I was having like them seasonal allergies, and like, you know how you like rub your nose or whatever. So I answer the door again. So I wasn't all done my makeup. You know, I just put the powder on, you know. And he goes back and he looks at me. And, like, he would not look at me at all. And I thought, God, what is this guy's problem? So I look in the mirror again, and I had white powder on my nose. Where when I had put powder on, it must have fell on my arm here when I go to, you know, like, scratch my nose. So I'm thinking, so he thinks I'm a racist, and he thinks I'm a drug addict. I had powder all over my nose. It was only like around my nose. And so when I ordered the slut box thing, I thought, I am not getting that sent here, because then he's going to say, what is a slut box? So I got it sent to my mom's house. So now, like when my husband's home, I'm like, answer the door, you know. But yeah, so that's a story, the funny story with my mailman. And he avoids me at all times. So we are like almost 10 minutes in, and I haven't even started that. But I wanted to tell you guys that. So let's begin. All right, so the first one is, I assume if you had to choose between keeping your integrity and being honest or lying to the world for 100K, you would tell the truth and pass on the cash. And you assume correct, because I definitely would. I will not. I have been offered, and this is the God's honest truth, I have been offered a few times to do sponsored videos, especially on subscription boxes. I honestly have. I've even had somebody even say to me, how much would you charge? People ask me that all the time without me saying to them, and I have never taken the offer, because I always tell them that I do honest reviews, and I feel if they're paying me, then you have to say positive things. And for me, with subscription boxes or anything that, beauty related, if I don't like, I will tell you guys. Because when I first started watching YouTube, I started getting back into makeup because, like I said, I was depressed before then. And so I believed all these bigger YouTubers, like anything they said, I believed. Not knowing that they were getting paid to say all these positive things, or they were getting free stuff, getting PR. I didn't know that people even got free stuff. I didn't know anything. And, that's why these bigger YouTubers don't do favorites anymore. Remember, like last year, everybody did favorites, because that's when they would put their sponsored videos in. The first few things that they talked about were the sponsored things. So it was like killing two birds with one stone. And when people start realizing that was going on, because the drama channels were kind of like bringing it out, that's when they stopped doing the favorites, because they realized they can't get away with that anymore. And so I always said, when I started my channel, I was going to be very honest. And so I'm just an honest person. Even when I get things sent to me, like subscription boxes free for review, I tell them before they even send it to me, I only give honest reviews. And I do. If I truly like a subscription box, I'll tell you. If I like this eyeshadow palette, I'll tell you. I have mixed feelings about this, but I want to use all the colors before I give a review. I bought like 4 of them. I'm just a very honest person that way. And I wouldn't take money to lie, because I would never, my integrity means a lot to me. And I just wouldn't feel good about it knowing you guys are spending your money and it's not good. So yeah, I would definitely, if I had to keep the amount of subscribers I had, or even lose all of them, if I had to, say something bad, I would do that, because I know I was being very honest. Okay, so that's the answer to that. I would rather stay where I'm at than get up to 100K to lie. Okay, another one. I assume you are a badass bitch. Well, you assume correct. All right. Another one says, I assume that you like liver and onions, and you assume wrong. Now, I'm not saying the names because I don't know if you guys want me to say who it is, but you can always look on my community tab, I guess. So I guess it doesn't matter. So Lisa Smith asked about my integrity. My new obsession asked, assumed that I was a badass bitch, which she is correct. And Georgette says, I assume that you like liver and onions, and no, I don't. I hate liver. Now, my grandmother helped take care of me when I was growing up, and because my mom was a single parent, and she always cooked liver and onions, and it smelled so good, but I never liked it. And my favorite meat at that time was steak. And so one time I got all excited when they said we're going to have steak, and I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't wait. I think I was about 11 or 13 at the time. And so I go take the steak, put it in my mouth, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And my mom was like, oh, that's steak, just a different kind of brand. And I'm like, oh, I don't like it. And I thought, I don't like steak anymore. For a whole year, I wouldn't eat it until my mother finally told me that wasn't steak, that was liver. But she didn't want to tell me it was liver. She wanted to see if I liked it. So I do. I do not like liver. Okay, so Grace said, I assume that you have no problem beating a bitch's ass if it came down to it. But on the other hand, you don't like drama and arguing and try to avoid it at all costs. I don't know if that's correct or not. I'll tell you why. When I was younger, you would assume definitely correctly. I'm 42 now. I have a bad back. You just have to kick me in the back and I'm down. But if it came to my kids or my family, I have no problem with beating a bitch's ass. No problem. But I do not like drama or arguing. As I'm older especially, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the drama. I don't even like watching a lot of drama channels. Some of them I do. But yeah, I don't really like drama anymore. Okay. So John Baxter says, I assume you say, hi, lovely people, how are you? Every time you walk into friends or family houses too. Love the intro, by the way. No, I don't. I don't think I told a lot of people that I do YouTube. I remember telling my kids, I'll never forget this, my oldest son. I was like, yeah, I started my channel. I'm going to start my YouTube. No, did I? Yeah, I had already started my channel. I think I made like 1 or 2 videos. And he was like, why? Nobody's going to watch you. And I'm like, what do you mean? You know, he was joking. But, yeah, so I don't really say hi, lovely people. I don't even know how that came about. I think when I started my channel, I would say, hi, guys. And then I noticed everybody said that. Or everybody says, hello, friends. So I thought, or hi, beautiful people. Or hello, you know, whatever. And I thought, what can I say that nobody says? And I don't know where it came from. But I start that, hi, lovely people. And then I don't know. Then I start saying, how are you? Because I always want to know how you guys are doing. And so I just started saying, hi, lovely people. How are you? So I know a couple people comment, and one person was like, that threw me off when you said, how are you? That she didn't watch my videos, and then she watched it again, and she realized that she did like me, but at first couldn't get past the how are you. I don't know. It's just something that I say, and sometimes I'll switch it up to say, but you guys clocked me. You'll say, what happened to the hi, lovely people? So, all right. So Amanda S. says, another way to do this game is for you to give 1 truth about yourself and 2 false at the same time and ask which is the truth. So we'll have to do that one time if you want me to do it that way. It says, I will assume your toenails are painted, and you are correct. I barely paint my fingernails. Barely. Because I'm always cleaning. I don't have a dishwasher. I'm always washing dishes, cleaning, and I love bleach. And so they chip and everything else, and I just don't. I'm lazy. But I always paint my toenails. I guess because with toenails, like you can keep them on for a month. I don't know how long. You know, at least a couple weeks without them chipping. So that doesn't bother me. So yes, that is true. So you assume, well, you guys know me, don't you? All right. So Lisa Smith says again, I assume that you take being so close to Philly and the cheesesteak for granted. That's a little personal joke. She has never been to, I live in New Jersey, but she has never been to New York or Philly, and I love cheesesteaks, and so does she. And, you know, you hear that Philly's cheesesteaks are the best, which they really are. And so I always joke with her and say, you know, like, if we message or she'll call me and say, what'd you have for dinner? And I'll say, oh, a Philly cheesesteak. And I'm lying, but I just say it to throw it in her face. So, okay. So Melly D said, I assume you're from, I assume where you're from. It's called pork roll, not tailored ham. Yeah, pork roll. Yes, you are correct. You assume correct. Christian says, what the hell? Oh, no, that was not for me. Okay. Bree said, I assume that you're my long soul sister, and you might be correct, Bree. Vicky says, I assume you are a very strong caretaker. You are the go-to person in your family when a crisis occurs. Everyone looks to you, and you have a way of comforting everyone, and you assume correct. I don't know why, but it's very true. From my aunts to my uncles, you know, you would think me, you know, but I would go to them. But I have this thing about me. I'm like, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. And I'm always the problem solver, or I fix things. But when it comes to my own personal life, I am very like, have anxiety. I'm very high strung. I'm like, oh my God, you know, and my husband's like, calm down. But with everybody else, it's like, you know, I'm always the one that they go to, you know. So, and I don't mind. All right. So Sarah says, I assume you had big hair in the 80s and you were a wild child growing up. I know I was, and you assume correctly. I used to have, especially in the early 90s, my hair is natural curly. And so, and it was very thick at the time. And so I would like have it up like this, spray it, and it would all come down on one side. It looked like a rooster and come down on one side. And then my sides, I would have it out, hairspray it, blow dry it, and it would come out like this and down. That was the style then. And you would tease your hair. The more bigger, the better, you know. So that is true. And I was kind of a wild child, I have to admit. I really was. All right. Okay, so Natasha says, I assume that you wear makeup even when you aren't filming just because it makes you happy. And you assume kind of right. I do love makeup, and not every day do I put makeup on because I like to give my skin a rest, and sometimes I just don't feel like it. But majority of the time I do. Sometimes it's like I can't sleep, it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'll take an eyeshadow palette and just play around with it or swatch, or I just love makeup, like looking at it and stuff. All right, so Melissa K says, I assume out of all the makeup, eyeshadow, like me, is your favorite, and you assume correctly. Okay, Mona says, I assume you are a famous woman in your neighborhood because of YouTube channel. Well, you assume wrong. I never tell people about it, but people do know me. I have lived in this city for a long time, in this area, so we kind of all grew up together, if you will. All right, so Jennifer says, I assume you have a gift of helping others, even if it's just to listen, and you assume right, Jennifer. You're definitely correct, and I love talking too. I love talking. Okay, let's see. Chepa, I believe your name is. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I assume that you have or will get empty nest syndrome when your kids left or leave for college. And well, I still have my youngest son here who is 14, so I don't feel empty nest yet. But when he goes, I probably will, because I already miss my daughter. I was a single mother for almost 16 years before I married my husband, and so it was just me and the kids, but in a way, it's like it'll be good because then it'll be all about me, but all about me. But no, I will definitely miss them, definitely. Okay, let's see. Jackie says, I assume that you and your husband are very happy together. We have a good marriage. We have our ups and downs like any other couple, but I've known my husband since I was 14. When I was in high school, I was in 9th grade. He was in 10th grade. Now, we weren't together at that time. He has 2 kids and I have 3. We got together. We got married when I was 36 and he was 38. So, but we were friends and I've known him all my life. So, it's when you know somebody, it makes it easier. We were dating for 10 months when we got married. We got married 12/12/12. So, you better not ever forget our anniversary date. All right, Nikki Rev says, I assume you go to AA or NA. I have said in my live streams, and if you don't know, every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I do live streams. And I also said I was a recovering drug addict, and an alcoholic, really more alcohol. I have been 14 years clean. And I never went to AA or NA, and I wish that I did, because I believe not doing that put me in a depression as well. So I definitely recommend that, definitely. And I still think you should still keep going. I was able to do it cold turkey. That's a whole nother story. I shared a little bit about it, but if you want me to go more in detail, maybe a story time, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll definitely tell you, but I never did. I believe once you're an addict, you're always an addict. That's why they say recovering with the ing. It's not recovered. And I think I have an addiction problem. I have addicted personality, and I went from one to another, and that's what I am with makeup and eyeshadow palettes. I took one addiction to another addiction. But yeah, I never have, so you assume wrong, but I wish I would have did that. Okay. Kavia says, I assume you love 80s music since we are the same age. I do, but my favorite is the 90s genre. That is my favorite my genre, music. Okay. Lisa Smith says again, I assume you cook Thanksgiving for your family. I do. I enjoy cooking. It's not the part of where I actually cooking. I like when people eat and it's like I'm taking care of them. I don't know how to explain it. I like that part. Okay, Nancy says, I assume you wear less makeup when you're not filming, and you are definitely correct. I have to put more on when I'm filming for the camera so you can see it a little bit better. And sometimes here I go with this. And sometimes I forget and I end up going to the store or something like that with still heavy makeup, like eyeshadows or whatever, and people are looking at me and I'm like, oh shoot. But if you're still watching, because we are 24 minutes, I have a secret giveaway. I did mention it in the beginning of the video. So what I'm going to be doing, and this is for no particular reason, just by saying thank you guys. I love you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for always liking my videos. I just really appreciate you guys so much. So I am giving away this Nikki Tutorials collection. Now, this thing wasn't in there good. It is the highlighter, and you can see it's still taped up, and I don't want to untape it to put it in there, so it is just hanging around. And it has the new packaging. Now, I do have the old one. This is with the old packaging. And I'm going to swatch because I love, love, love Ofra highlighters. Now, for this, it is 3 different colors. That way, all skin tones can use it. So I'm going to swatch it so you guys can see. There we go there. I mean, I love these highlighters so much. There we go. It is like, they're more blinding. I have do I have an Ofra highlighter on? I think I have the one in, I can't remember if it's Blissful maybe. I don't remember which one I have on. But I love, love, love. Rodeo Drive is probably my favorite. And then you have 3 liquid lipsticks. So that is what I'm going to be giving away today. The only thing you have to do is put enter me. I'm not going to go through Gleam this time. That's all you have to do. Just put enter me and leave, let's see, a lipstick emoji. So that way I know that you're watching the video. So make sure you put enter me so I know you want to be entered. Make sure you do the lipstick emoji. Make sure you like this video. And make sure you leave the comment, of course. And we will go. Let me look at my calendar here. Let's see. Because I should have been more prepared. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Because it's going to take too long, I will have it. Let's see. Today is Monday. So at the end of the month, the last day of the month, so October 31st, I will announce a winner. I will do that comment picker like I did last time. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Like I said, I'm not going to go through Gleam because I know I had some problems with my last giveaway, so I'm trying to find a different app, but that's what we'll do. So put enter me, leave a lipstick emoji, and I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you. So because sometimes I rewatch my videos and it's like, Ann, you're annoying. Will you stop repeating yourself? But anyway, so thank you guys again. That is just to say thank you. All right, I'll answer a few more because we're almost at 30 minutes, and I am definitely a talker. So let's see. Erica says, I assume that you hate wearing your hair down. That's kind of correct too. The reason why I don't wear my hair down, a lot of people ask me, is my hair has thinned out a lot. My hair used to be very thick and it's really curly, and I just found out that I got my hormones checked, and I just found out that I have no testosterone in my body at all. Women are supposed to have the estrogen and testosterone. And a lot of times when you are a little bit older, I am 42, but you know, when you're hit like 35 and up, sometimes you can lose some, have low count testosterone. I had none. And so that could be a reason why people suffer from depression, anxiety, hair loss, mood swings. And so I have to get a shot every 2 weeks of adding testosterone for my energy and things like that. So you may not be able to tell now, but when I wear my hair down, you can actually see my scalp. And I'm just very insecure about that. I was thinking about getting maybe some wigs or some hair pieces, you know, but that is the reason why I don't wear my hair down, because I'm just very insecure about that. So I wish I could, but that's the reason. Okay, we'll do 2 more. Let's go down a little bit and see. Mary says, I assume you graduated college. I went to college, but I didn't graduate. I was with a guy, and that was all on my mind, and I ended up, you know, wanting to spend more time with him, and I stopped going to college. I was young, and now I look at that like, oh my God, if I could tell my younger self things that I know now, I definitely would. I mean, how dumb was that? So I never graduate, but I do plan on going back to college, definitely. Okay. Roseanne says, I assume you only read some comments, but not really all of them. Just curious. I do read just about all my comments. Sometimes, what YouTube started doing for, God, about 6 months now, you were able to go into your video anytime you want it and look at your comments. Now, if you do that too much, YouTube freezes your views and stuff because they think that you're adding more views, because you do get a view every time you go in. So it will freeze your views and different things if you go on there too much. And also, it used to tell your notifications every time somebody left a comment, but now it doesn't. So you might leave a comment in a few videos back, and I don't even know that there's a comment left unless I manually go back to every video and see who left a comment. So that's kind of hard to do with everything I have going on now, but I usually always go and check the comments. Sometimes I'm a little busy to always answer all of them, but I do try to like all of the comments. So, you know, but that's everything right now because we are at 30 minutes, and I hope you guys are still on here watching. I know it's a little bit different from subscription boxes, but I just wanted to get you guys to know a little bit more about me. And I seen that video from Angelica, and I thought, what is such a good idea. I don't know. I just liked it. But anyway, guys, that is it. Please like this video. Make sure you leave that comment down below if you want to be entered in the giveaway and the lipstick emoji. And I always leave videos right here if you want to watch more of me. I don't know why I just did that. But anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.